Welcome to the Moving Forward podcast. You already know what time it is, man. We already know, man. We had a good-ass show last week with the boy Sean Guard. Shout out to Busta Brown's brother. Sean Guard came here and dropped some jewels, man. He got a lot of dope shit going on. But today, we got my man Lo Mein Fresh. Y'all might know him too. Y'all see that logo on this shirt. Y'all know what time it is, man. Introduce yourself to the world, Fresh.
Yeah, you got Fresh, Lo Mein Fresh, Underdog Fresh. I'm just fresh.
Just fresh.
Yeah.
Stay fresh.
Always fresh.
So what's going on, man? I see you back working.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I'm just out here being grateful, taking advantage of the opportunities afforded to me in front of me.
Where you from?
Oh, I'm from Brooklyn. What part?
Yeah, what part of BK? Brooklyn.
I'm from all
big,
over.
cool.
I'm one of those kids. Like my mom's moved a lot when I was younger, so I grew up in the style. I was born in Flatbush.
Okay.
Downstate.
Mm-hmm. Downstate Hospital.
Yeah, Flatbush.
Mm-hmm.
Moved to the Star. Was in the Star.
What part of the style?
Nostrand and Jefferson.
Okay.
Bedford and Jefferson.
Okay.
And Macon and Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I went to elementary school out there. Then my mom's moved to Sheepshead, and I was back and forth, Flatbush, Sheepshead, Bed-Stuy. So then my pops lived in the East.
Oh, your pops from the East. That's how you got to connect.
But that was a whole nother connection.
I thought you was from the East the whole time.
My pops lived on Cleveland and New Lots.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had that aspect too, but that ain't even how I tied into
the East.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's your time to talk about it.
You know, that came about in the sense of being out, high school. I went to Paul Robeson High School.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, shout out to everybody that went to Paul Robeson High School. I feel like that was a historical black high school.
It was.
You feel me? But going to high school, you know, teams back in the days, you had mad like groups. It was teams. It was a culture of this is my team. This is what we doing. We dressing. We throwing parties. We dancing. This is
PBC, FAIC.
Yeah, Fresh and in Charge, FAIC. You had like Wolf Pack and Dream Team and all the Pretty Mafias, all the teams like from Flatbush, East New York, Bed-Stuy, all the loopy teams, the Gorgeous Gangsters and GFM and all these teams that you know cultivated a culture in Brooklyn.
Right.
But I happened to be a part of Fresh and in Charge, FAIC, and that came about because I used to like when I was in high school, I used to go to 106 and Park a lot.
Okay.
So
I think everybody did that time.
That was going viral back in our days. Like
that was going viral.
You won
106 and
Park.
106
and
Park. You got the camera shot on you real quick.
You won the livest audience and all that. Like that was going viral back in our times. I guess like we older now.
Yeah.
And doing that, so one day I shouted out FAIC, Fresh and in Charge, because at that time we had a team in high school.
Shout out Reem, man.
Yeah, shout out my boy Reem.
Shout out my boy Reem, man, doing this thing with the crate and all that.
Oh, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real with the crate. Yeah, and that's
real. Yeah, exactly.
That's real, and that's Reem. That's definitely associated.
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah, that's team. That's teamwork.
Right. Teamwork. That's right.
That's how it goes. That's how the whole Fresh and in Charge thing came about. Like from my perspective, you know, they was throwing parties and things of that nature. And then I came aboard and we threw more parties and just the lifestyle of just being fresh and in charge of your life.
Right.
In charge of what you're doing, in charge of how you're moving forward. So, you know, throwing parties, being on flyers, shouting out other teams. Like, you know, it wasn't no issues. Like, you could be cool, like, with dudes in the Ville. You could be cool with dudes in the style. Like,
it wasn't no place that a nigga couldn't go.
Yeah, for the most part, nah. It wasn't. Like, it was, of course, there's always going to be issues, but like, we outside. We throwing cookouts at Canarsie Piers. We throwing parties at the Elks, the Hawks. We throwing, you know, we having big functions.
Niggas getting fly and fucking with these chicks.
Yes, and enjoying life. Partying. So, you know, cultivating that helped incorporate who you see today.
Okay.
In a sense of Fresh on a larger scope, you know. That at that time, we didn't know what we was doing, but we was branding. We was marketing and advertising. We was promoting. You know, we was in the streets handing out flyers on the front of flyers.
No doubt.
If you was on the front of a flyer,
you was lit.
Oh, man.
You was super lit.
You was top notch.
You on the flyer?
Yeah. And
big party.
And then the shout outs, oh, man. You understand what I'm saying? So coming from that to, you know, that aided in me being in different spaces and different places, and I already grew up in different communities, in different neighborhoods. So that helped me, understand like, yo, you don't gotta be nothing other than who you are. People gonna jack you for you.
So when did you want to step into the fashion world?
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a band. Like, I always been into fashion. My mom's, you feel me? She used to wake me up in the morning like, Jonathan, should I wear this with this? And I'm like, nah, wear that with that. That look better with that. So colors and coordinating. So me, that was just, I found my groove when I was in junior high school. Though. Like, I started buying my own clothes, bought my first pair of Pradas in the 8th grade, authentic jersey and all that. Like,
see, that's the era.
Yeah, like
that's the era. We're gonna talk about how the clothes and everything switched up and all that.
Yeah, it came back around. It come back around too.
But
Big
see,
time.
That's when you gotta save all your old drip, because you might think that it's not gonna come back around, but then it come back around. You be like, damn, I gave my shit away. I threw my shit away. I ripped this shit up and turned it into some other shit, started using your old jeans as a rag.
Yo, I made some jeans in junior high school.
See?
Like an old Louis pocketbook my mom was getting rid of.
Wow.
I had some Rockaway joints, had that ripped up, took it to the cleaners, and had it like covered.
Had the Louis shit
had
covered.
The Louis joints back in the days. Woo. Word, I wore that with my Pradas like religiously.
There's a picture somewhere with you in them jeans somewhere.
Yeah, religiously with my Karl Malone jersey. Facts. That was my first authentic jersey, Karl Malone, Jazz, purple.
So explain the impact you had on the streets in 2011 with your clothing line.
Oh, with Lo Mein? Oh man, the impact. I think for me, coming from the culture I come from, skating,
Empire.
I was not even just Empire, skateboarding.
Oh, skateboarding. Oh, you did that. I never did that.
Yeah, I did that.
Scared
like, you feel me? I grew up, we was doing that in a sense. Like, I remember, like, you brought up Reem. I remember my first time, like, me and Reem, we was at high school, the high school PSAL at the Garden. The Garden was like a fashion show.
Yeah, come on. You went there for the championship game?
For the championship game. It was probably Lincoln versus somebody. Probably, I don't know.
That's when what you call it was playing. My man Lance.
Lance
Stevenson.
Definitely.
Yeah,
he was there every year. But so I had met him there. I met Reem there. I had on the Bape shirt, shade. I mean, glasses with no frames, designs in my head, Adidas on. We talking like 06.
Right.
So I came from that culture in a sense, that was just me. So now when it came to the brand, I always seen it in the sense like I grew up in the sneaker culture. Before it was a culture, I was wearing Jordans and Babes and stuff like that. So when I started
Jeremy Scott's was hot at one time.
You feel me? Like when I started my brand, it was more so like associated to how I seen fashion. And I seen fashion through that lens.
Okay.
So I incorporated in that lens. So it was just more so the marketing aspect. What places are we showing up?
Right.
When you talk about Lo Mein and you see the box and you see the shirts coming out the box, that was marketing.
That was dope marketing. When I first seen the shirt in a Chinese rice box, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? My man Snacks.
Oh, yeah.
You know Snacks?
Yeah, I know Snacks.
My son Snacks had it first in the hood. And I'm like, yo, what is this shit with the dog on it? Like, this shit is fire. I ain't know what the name was. Like, this my man, this Lo Mein.
Yeah.
My man Rab had it too. Yo, this Lo Mein.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie, I was heavy in your hood.
Yo, you was heavy.
I had
heavy.
But see, you know what it was?
In the East.
You know what it was? I think it was more so, it wasn't just the East, bro.
It was everywhere.
I was in
Bushwick.
Seen it. Like, I lived in Bushwick at that time. I lived on Cornelia Evergreen. And I used to go walking. Like, I was in the streets.
Right.
Like, I was
hand.
I was in the streets, hand to hand, Master P, straight out the trunk. You feel me? Like, and that's what individuals really appreciated about me, because they'd call me and
you'll pull up. Yo, what you want? What color?
What you need? You feel me? I'm out here. And I'll be walking around. I'm in the corner store. I see the poppy in the corner store with the hat on. We was going to Sapalos back in the day, Sapalos, and we walk in, and the dudes in Sapalos, they had it on. Yeah, so it was more so taking what I learned with Fresh and in Charge, party promoting. getting to the streets, handing flyers out, getting people marketing. I took that and incorporated that
with your business.
with the business. That's guerrilla marketing.
Mhm.
So I didn't understand it at that time.
Guerrilla
what it was.
marketing.
But we in the streets. You feel me? I'm in Soho. I'm popping up. I'm in LES.
No doubt.
I'm in these spots.
No doubt.
So now when it came to the brand, it was just, I took that people knowing me from being fresh and my sense of style, and then just started selling it.
No. So what's the logo? Where do the dog come from?
The dog, so the name of the dog is Saki. And
Okay.
the dog represents underdogs. The dog represents individuals and you know that you might set communities, minorities, or just disabilities, anything. You feel me? Because that mentality of underdog is something that it takes us further. You feel me? But in the same sense, it could also drown us out.
Talk about it.
And that's why, like, for me, when I push it, I'm pushing it in the sense of we gotta do better. You understand what I'm saying?
As a community.
As a community. And the reality of it, when you spell underdog backwards, it spells God renew, right? The D is silent. But we are gods and goddess. You feel me? Like, we have to understand that. And that box, you feel me? That the shirts or whatever product may come in, this is the world that we live in, right? We boxed in.
No doubt.
But once you open up that box, that present come out, that product come out. Instead of being a product, you become a producer. Producer of your future, whether it's your thoughts or whatever it is that you want, you be able to produce it. And that's basically what we pushing. Like,
That's
regardless
fire.
of what situation you in, where you come from, you feel me? My pops, he's an entrepreneur.
Right.
Auto repair shop in Brownsville.
Okay. Shout it out. What block in Brownsville? Shout it out.
Julius and Sutter, 248 Junior, Simtech Auto Repair.
I want your
Actual
cars
Simon,
fixed. Go to Julius and Sutter.
Simtech Auto Repair.
That's over there by the Richie's. Richie's was over there, I think,
It's right
at one
across.
time.
It's really right by the train station.
Right, yeah,
But
by
he been-
Sutter.
Yeah, he been there for 20 plus years.
All right. They know
But-
where it's at.
Yeah, but for me, it was just more so coming up under him. He came from Belize,
Okay.
and he had the grind to get what he got.
Mm-hmm.
So me, I understand that. My mom, she been working where she worked for 30-some years as a
Wow.
hardworking lady.
No doubt.
My pop's a hardworking man. So I knew I had to work hard to get what I want.
That's right.
You feel me? Of course, you know, coming from where we come from, we could,
We
you
dibble
know,
and dabble in certain shit.
but the reality is, coming from where we come from, trying to go where we want to go, we got to work hard. And that's an underdog mentality because we not coming home. We not coming with no silver spoon.
No doubt.
We not coming with, most of us are not coming with an inheritance or
Hell no,
life
a
insurance
lawsuit.
or, you know, some type of backing. We really got to grind for. So that's the whole perspective of me and the team and what we pushing in as far as it goes with lo mein, you feel me? And the dog represents us as underdogs.
Right.
Sake is a Japanese drink, but you could get drunk off this love.
We just would talk about the sake. Me and my man Kid.
Yeah.
He was at Hibachi for the first time, and I was like, "Yo, they was giving up that
He
sake."
did the joint.
Yeah, with the. I mean, you don't want them to do that,
Nah.
but that was crazy. But as we was before we got into this part, we was talking about how you been fresh, right? And that got a lot to do with fashion because you a person that been getting fly could get into fashion because he got the vision for the creativity because he been fresh. It's not like somebody that don't get fresh and then want to get into fashion.
I mean, it happens both ways because you got a lot of people that's not really into fashion, but they know the right people and they just make what happens.
Right.
You feel me? And people just gonna bite.
They
because
gonna
of
bite.
who they are. But an individual like myself or individuals like other designers coming from our said communities, I think what happens is we really got all the sauce. We really got all the flavor, right? We really out here like when you look at fashion now and you see what's going on, you see who's modeling. How did Polo get hot?
Right.
You had the low lifes,
That's right.
right? Like, how did these brands grow to these big spaces? It's us that basically put them on,
That's right.
right? So we know
What's
all the
hot.
sauce.
Mm-hmm.
We got it. We know how to put it together because that's our spirit.
That's right.
That's
We've
in-
been
that's
doing
in our
this.
DNA. That's
So when you creating your line, now this is for all urban since you in that field.
Yeah, we everything.
Right. Now, does urban wear come with an expiration date?
See, that's why I like when it comes to urban wear, it's these are labels, bro.
Right.
It's just looking at it's like how we look at hip hop, right? Or rap. We look at whole music. We asking that question? It's timeless,
Right.
right? When you look at Nas music, it's timeless.
Timeless.
When you look at Ye music, it's timeless. When you look at certain people that really put that work in, it's timeless.
Right.
So the work is gonna speak for itself.
But see, you don't want like I see clothes like brands that was out, like let's say like a lifestyle. Life at one time, lifestyle was fire. I see everybody in lifestyle, but now I don't see it really no more.
Well, I still see it. I see
Yeah.
people with it, but see, this is the thing about our community.
That's why, yeah, that's
this
what I'm
is
saying.
this is the thing about our community when it comes to like certain things. Like if it's not hot, if the rappers aren't talking about it, then
Understand?
it's like, oh, we not wearing it. But the reality is, we wearing it, and then the rappers talk about it, right? And because like certain brands, right? People weren't wearing Prada American cups like that. But you start seeing it now. Why? Because it was hot before. But who made it hot again? The rappers.
Right.
They was, you see Lil Baby and them with the Pradas and EVs.
They like, oh,
this is hot again. But this is not something like growing up. You feel
Like
me?
we
We
did
was
do.
wearing Pradas with 7 jeans and
Vansons, Rocket
Vansons and-
Republic.
You feel me? The Tavanides,
Yeah,
things of that
exactly.
nature. You feel me? So it's like we make it hot. Like this is why they hit us up for endorsements or influencers, things of that nature. Like it wasn't no influencers years ago. That you was just lit. You was just popular. Now you could get paid off of that.
Right.
So they just milking us off our talents.
So when you first developed the low main line, this was 20 what
2011,
2011
yeah.
2011 2012.
2011 was like my first photo shoot and all that.
You was hot.
Yeah,
It was everywhere.
yeah,
Then it stopped.
yeah. I wouldn't say it stopped. It just the heat just cooled off. See, what happened was it's crazy. Like today or tomorrow, May 16th makes 10 years since I blew trial.
Wow.
Right, how Low Main came about is I caught a case. I was in the fashion, always in the fashion. And I caught a case in 2011. I'm sitting on Rikers. I'm like, yo, man, I can't just be remembered as Fresh, the guy that know how to dress and, throwing the parties and the girls. And I couldn't be just remembered as that guy. I had to leave a fingerprint. So I said, damn, what I'm gonna do? I bailed out and I started a brand. The name of the brand was called Dirty Work, though.
Okay.
And like I had saying, live fresh, die dirty, lusty. But I'm like, and I had the shirts coming in like a Ziploc bag, like if I was selling work.
Okay.
But I'm saying, how far can I market this? Where can I take this to? How far can we go?
Right.
And then I stumbled upon an artist. I seen the dog. I'm like, nah, this remind me of Babe. I need this. Finessed, and I took all the pain and everything I was going through, and I put that in a Low Main.
Okay.
And 2011, 2012, what really helped elevate me, it was like I got signed to the Rock, like when it comes to people where I'm from in a
Right.
sense. Like I got into Vinny Styles. And
Shout out to Vinny's.
shout out to Vinny. Shout out to the big bros. Those is like Jacob, P,
Right.
B, everybody. Like those individuals that paved the way for Low Main or any other hot urban brand for the most part coming from New York City.
No doubt.
They put the blueprint,
No doubt.
right? Them Brooklyn tees.
I'm
It's
about
people
to say that,
tatted-
them-
It's people
come on.
tatted forever with that
same
logo.
Yeah, with that logo, that Brooklyn logo.
My first tattoo was County of Kings.
Well,
That was everybody had the Brooklyn joint.
Right, you had
I said,
County
nah, I
Kings.
can't
I'ma
do
go
that.
over here.
I'm going to go with the County of Kings because this is where we from. We're
right,
from the
Kings
County of
County.
Kings.
That's right.
Right? Kings, right? So once I got into Vinny's, it was like kind of like
You made it.
yeah, it was up, but I ain't stopped working because before I was in Vinny's, I was in stores like Kick Exclusive.
Okay.
Exclusive was like it was a sneaker store in Soho, and they sold like high end sneakers with Supreme stuff, Old Babe stuff. So I was in stores like that. you know, celebrities is going in there,
Mhm.
things of that nature. I was in Best I Fly at the time. They was selling
Yeah.
other people's brand.
Before he marketed over
Yeah.
to his own,
Shout
right?
out to my big bro,
Steve.
Yeah,
Shout out to
the big
Steve.
bro.
That's my
My
guy.
big bro. These are blessings.
That's my
you feel me?
guy.
Like these are people that paved the way. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that show other individuals like, yo, you could do something other than. And you know, it was these people that I came up under. So they showed me something bigger. They gave me a vision of something like you could use what you got and take it to this next level. Cause like I told you, I came up in a sneaker culture, like in a skating culture. You
No
feel me?
doubt.
And we was wearing Bape. We was
Vans and
wearing
stuff like
Supreme.
that.
Nah, we wasn't wearing Vans.
Matter of fact,
We was
Baping, you
we was
right.
skating in Bapes and
Nah, you right.
and J's
You
and
right.
you know,
You
like
right. You right.
real high
You right.
end SB dunks
You're
and things
right.
of that nature.
No,
So
it was
like,
dunks. It wasn't Vans.
yeah, it was dunks.
SB
Dudes was
dunk.
dunks. Like,
That's right.
you know, this was a
That's
time
right.
where people wasn't walking and it wasn't no line to get in Supreme. It
It was
wasn't.
just straight
You go on
going
the
there.
side, you go kick it with them.
That's right.
But being around that, like broadening my world, like getting back to the whole aspect of the box, right? We be boxed in our communities. Once we leave our communities and we see something else, then our world gets bigger, right? We be boxed into our thoughts. When we read something other than, then our world get bigger. So once you open up that box, your world get bigger.
Bigger, right.
You feel me? And it's something for everybody. I don't eat pork.
Me neither.
So we got vegetable lo mein, chicken lo mein. I don't eat beef, but it's something for everybody.
That's
you
right.
feel me? Like we incorporate everybody, and I probably ate more lo mein than the individual in Asia, respectfully, because where we coming from ain't no healthy foods.
At all. Food deserts in the hood.
This is food that you know this. So this is what we grew up on.
So when did you come home?
Oh,
When did you go in? When
all
was
right.
the day
So
you
I
blew?
blew trial May 16th, 2013, and yeah, I got
did 10
sentenced.
years.
I got sentenced on June 3rd to 19 years.
To 19 years?
Yeah, 19 years. 19 years.
So you blew trial and the judge gave you 19 years.
Gave me 19 years. Nobody died in my case. Not to negate what happened with the victim, but nobody passed away in the case or none of that. But I got 19 years. You feel me? And once...
Was it something that you done or you
I mean, you know, it was something I have to hold myself accountable for.
guilty by association?
It's guilty, just it doesn't association. When you win these skins, you know
You're
how
guilty,
you know how it go. But respectfully, you know, just knowing I have to be accountable for my actions. So I
Okay.
can't even talk
That's
about
real.
you know, anything other than that. So now moving forward with that, upon my incarceration, lo mein was something that kept me going, like from Rikers Island to me leaving Fishkill Correctional Facility, like from COs coming up to me. I had lo mein on the island, and people pulling up on me. Yo, I seen that you were coming to box. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, word. What you doing here? But I'm on the bus going to downstate. A dude told me they had a cookout for me. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
I'm in downstate. I met a dude. I just sold his sister a shirt. He on the phone with her mom's like, yo, what you doing in jail? You was just in the... I'm like, this is, you know.
It's crazy.
So I did. So throughout my incarceration, you know, lo mein was there for me, stood by my side, and I was in there selling. And my brother,
that's what I was about
I was
to
in
ask
there
you.
selling lo mein. But my bro Brock, he was out here moving lo mein. You feel me? He had a brand prior to this, like he was a partner on Core 12 boat, and you know, once that situation kind of didn't fall through, he jumped.
He went all the way in with the lo mein.
And we took off. I blew trial. I asked him, yo, listen, bro, just
Take care of my
business.
brand. Yeah,
Just
this
not
my
even,
baby.
This is not even just take care of business, because now this is ours. You feel me? Just take care of business.
Was he doing that as such?
Yeah, bro did that, bro, because like, of course, you know, people have perspectives on where it is, that, and the third, it should be this or nah. Everything happens in due time, in due season. You feel me? Bro took care of everything. He did everything the universe allowed him to do. You feel me? Because he was in a different realm. He was with the plastic. You feel me? And that aided him to segue into a whole different world.
That's fact.
You feel me?
That's
And
fact.
help other people become entrepreneurs and believe in themselves and believe in them dreams. While I was inside doing that, he was outside doing that.
Okay.
You feel me? And he was pushing the hell out of it. You feel me? And of course,
As far as the designs though, was he doing
At
good
that
with the
time, we was in
design?
GBC.
Okay.
So we was in Flatbush.
That's in Flatbush, GBC,
Yeah, we was at
right.
GBC. Like, so I blew trial 2013. He was running it up after I blew trial because the stock went up. Oh my God, Fresh got locked up. He got 19 years. This is crazy. And that was crazy, but it helped the brand. And 2015, we got in the store.
Okay.
2014, 2015, we got in the store, GBC. Okay. So, like,
and GBC was on fire around that time too.
And they still
on fire.
This
they had some good shit.
Like, that was my brother. Shout out to all the guys. It's too many of them to even name,
GBC.
bro.
I went all the way I'm from the East, and I went in Flatbush and got some shirts.
You supposed to. Why? Because you gonna go to the Macy's and buy some shirts, right?
Right.
You gonna go to Fifth Ave and buy some shirts. Why not go?
I definitely got
you understand what I'm saying? Like, we be wanting this Tulsa, Oklahoma, this Black Wall Street, but we not really trying to put that money in one another pockets. Like, okay, yeah, you could have the designer sneakers and all that. Like, for me, being fresh is wearing whatever you want to wear, right? Whether it costs $1,000 or $50,
right?
You feel me? Like, you know how to put that thing together. You put that thing together.
That's right.
Like, you a Picasso or you a Basquiat of your whole, visualization,
right?
And you put that thing together. You paint that picture,
right? So who's the designer of Lo Mein?
I mean, we incorporate me, Brock, other young individuals, my cousin Sincerely Fresh. Like, it's so many people that, because like I said, we got something for everybody, bro.
Right.
So it's a collaboration in the sense of pushing the idea and creating to inspire.
Dope. Because I just was going to ask you, since you said that, is your brand a reflection of where you come from or the community and as a whole?
It's a reflection of basically where we come from. Because I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from New York City. It's a melting pot. So, of course, I'm going to have Lo Mein and I'm going to have a dog. I grew up in neighborhoods where, you from the East. You know what's going on.
It's nasty out there.
It's real. But, growing up with dogs and just thinking about how people look at dogs. At a point in time in our communities, people didn't like dogs.
They were straight dogs. They chased us.
Now people love dogs. You feel me? There's so many dog lovers. And I'm a dog lover. I trained dogs while I was incarcerated for a program called Puppies Behind Bars.
That's I heard they let y'all out early with that. Y'all gotta take care of dogs.
You can't get out early based off of, certain stipulations, but my dog is now, her name is LV. She's on Brown University as a facility dog. This is something that I dedicated.
Brown, that's a jail.
Nah, Brown
that's a college.
That's an Ivy League.
Brown.
In Rhode Island.
So you trained the dog.
And she graduated through the program to basically become a service dog, a department dog on a facility.
That's
not
dope.
on the facility, on
the campus. Yeah.
On the university, yeah.
That's dope.
So doing things like that, and in addition to that, while I was incarcerated, I worked on myself. I worked on me, and I was still pushing the brand and doing the things that was needed to be done. We got in magazines. Shout out to YKTV magazine, also known as Gyro magazine. It's a magazine that's popular within the prison system, state, feds. And we had, my brother Champ, shout out to him, like, he put on, we had interviews in there, and this is something that's in the facility.
That was in the jail. You had an
and
interview
then I did
in the magazine in prison?
While I was in jail. And
that's
I did
dope.
an interview on YouTube while I was incarcerated. The Simon Busano story, Feed Your Fresh, is on YouTube. You can check that out. I also was a part of the College Behind Bars documentary, available on Amazon and Netflix, dealing with the school that I'm about to graduate from this month. You feel me? I graduated my bachelor's.
Congratulations to that.
Humanities. Yeah, bro.
Congratulations to that. Everybody behind bars ain't stupid.
Nah.
It's just mistakes that was made.
It's a bunch
Some of the smartest guys and coolest people is behind bars, bro.
I think it's more than that, bro. It's just the communities we come from. You got
it set you up for that.
It don't set you up. It's been set up. Like you
design. It's in the DNA.
My pops used to tell me when I was younger, like, yo, man, being a black man in America is 200 times harder it's 200 times harder for you. It's a target on your back. I ain't understand it when I was younger. I got older, I was in prison, I sat back, I'm like, damn, my pops was right. Yeah, I ain't understand the struggle until I got to Clinton and I seen what it meant to be black. You feel me? when I was up in the mountains and I really had to see what it was. And that's not something that, people even want to endure. But it was those moments that helped me understand my purpose in life. Like, listen, you got something going for yourself. I told you I got sentenced to 19 years. I'm here right now.
That's what I'm
I didn't
saying.
do 19 years.
You did
Right?
10 out
I did
and
12. I got sentenced to 12, but that happened. I was in Eastern. So I blew trial May 16th, 2013. 3 years later, my direct appeal, right? You got to have a hearing for your
Right.
direct appeal. Happened May 16th, 2016. 3 years to date.
And that's good. A lot of people they get appeals 10 years later.
Listen, brother, this is why I tell you I'm out here being grateful. I got my appeal, my hearing.
Dope.
I gave time back that summer.
Oh, you gave some time back too.
Yeah, that's how you sitting here talking to me right now.
Wow.
I'd have had 6 more years left.
Wow.
You feel me? So God, I appreciate you.
It sat you down for that 12 years for something.
Yeah.
You had to be there for something.
Listen, this is why people ask, yo, my God, we was in jail. Listen, respectfully, I understand. But everything that happens for a reason. That had to happen so this could happen.
That's a fact.
You feel me?
That's a fact.
Not to say that the moments wasn't hard. Of course, it was probably one of the hardest things I ever endured, being away from my family, being away from, my loved ones, being away from doing the things that I love to do. But that sit down had me sit back and really reflect. Like, okay, I had the ability to read. I had the ability to educate myself.
Really concentrate.
I had the ability to focus up and discipline myself. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is something like my pops used to always say, and I would keep referencing him. He said, yo, listen, man, you can't be successful without discipline.
That's a fact. Now, when you went in 2013, we was rocking Troy Legends. We was rocking Foams. You did your stretch. You did, what, 12 years?
I did 10.
You did 10. Okay, you did 10 years. You come back, fashion unchanged.
See.
Because when you went in, niggas wasn't really wearing
listen,
skinny
I was
jeans.
though. This is the thing about it. Like for me, like I come home and I'm looking at fashion, bro. And I like, if you want, you could check out my old Instagram at @Lomain_fresh. And if you see the pictures from the Jordan 1s to the 4s and the fitted jeans, the belts and the Babe.
The Shotters was wearing like.
Nah, I wasn't. I mean, I guess you could call it.
They back then they called it the Shot. Like Shotters was wearing the skinny
That's
jeans.
what I'm saying. We were skaters, so for me, I used to come through with the sweats, like
the BB belts with
I wasn't
the
wearing
Jim,
BB
the
belt.
Jim Jones shit with the chains
I did
on
the
it.
chain joint, but I
Yeah.
never did the BB belt. Like
Right.
that for me was like something from Uptown.
That was Harlem shit.
Yeah, that wasn't really something that I incorporated into my style. But it's funny because when I was locked up, a lot of individuals felt that I was from Harlem. They always used to ask me, "Are you from Harlem?"
Because
of my style.
Yeah,
And
your
I'm
style.
like, nah, I'm from Brooklyn. You crazy? Like,
They always
and
compare
and
niggas.
Shout out to Harlem, but
They always compare fly niggas from like you from Harlem just because you get fresh.
yeah, nah, I put like no, I'm.
There's some fresh Brooklyn niggas too.
What? No, it's a lot, and it's the thing about it. Like
They be sleeping like niggas
they
don't get flea in
no
Brooklyn,
more.
son.
I ain't gonna lie, they don't sleep no more. A lot has changed in them years. Like when you look at Brooklyn and what it means to not only to us being from Brooklyn, but to the world, music industry, fashion industry. You got all these brands that came from Brooklyn, high end to like you got Tear, you got all these brands that's taking over. You feel me? You had the Bobby Smurdas and all the rappers that came out, Cass, and you got Lola, right? You got
Lola.
you got all these like,
Billy B.
Yeah, you got so many. Like Brooklyn is really a place where a lot of culture. So to come up from Brooklyn and to be recognized in this sense, I'm grateful and I'm very appreciative of
Indeed.
it. You feel me? Because I understand what it means, and I know that people coming behind me just understand that. Listen, work, believe, see, ask, receive.
Would you work for a bigger designer brand?
Of course, why wouldn't I?
And do some artwork for them and stuff like that?
Why wouldn't I? I'm a student.
Mhm.
I'm gonna always be a student, bro. I'm a
That's a fact.
student. So I'm always willing to learn. Like it's a lot of things I don't know. You feel me? So of course, if a bigger design, that's internship. That's
That's a
internship.
fact.
I'll definitely do that. Why
Like
not?
like how Virgil was working for like Louis.
You feel me? Like how people was working for Virgil and
Right.
Virgil was
Right.
working for others. So,
Exactly.
you know,
Like
when you
that.
care, you share. It's information that I have that I could give out, and this information that others have that they could give out. Because information is what really keeps us like from one place to another
It's
place.
infinite.
Yeah,
Keeps going.
yeah.
Keeps going. If you could rewind time, right? What moment in your life would you want to do over again?
No moment.
No
Not
moment
one
at all.
moment, bro. Not one, because I feel like everything I'm not made me everything I am, bro. Like everything I went through,
For
every
a reason.
situation,
You had to go through
I
that.
had to go through it, bro. Like ain't nothing easy in life. You feel me? So everything I went through, I had to go through it. I'm just grateful that I have a different perspective on it because I could, like, I'm a cup half full type individual.
Right.
I'm not on some cup half. No, I'm optimistic. Always been like that.
So you basically saying your brand, you're not going to transition in the times.
Oh
Such
yeah, I mean transition. I feel like transition in the sense of what you mean by that.
meaning it was one way you did your brand in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same way you doing it now.
I'm saying what I did in 2011.
Like you might have just shirts before you want to get
Oh
into the
nah,
jeans.
I'm doing it a lot. Like we got dog bowls. We got a lot of things coming. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Like we lifestyle branding. Even in 2012, I was doing like other things other than just shirts, and now we doing other things like soap and just lifestyle things that you can see in your household, sheets and dog beds and a whole
I can
lot.
see some sheets.
Yeah,
I can
you
see
understand what
sheets
I'm
with the
saying?
little
Like,
dog head on it.
bean bags, just real lifestyle things. Like my focus is, Ralph Lauren.
I seen Javante Davis. He had like a varsity jacket with that type of dog print on the back.
Mm-hmm.
It said like Victor or something on there.
Oh, that's probably Victor Steve, son that the record label guy.
Yeah.
Victor Steve Victor. I don't.
But you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's
It looks similar to that.
it's a lot of dogs that's gonna look similar to this, but at the end of the day, it's
How do you LLC that face without
no,
that's a dope ass.
we got all that. That's not.
I know y'all did that. Y'all did that 2011.
Yeah, we ain't.
But you don't feel like motherfuckers be jacking?
I mean, that's
Like
that's
really
art,
like
bro. That's art. I can't. I didn't create a dog.
right.
So how can I say, oh, he stole I didn't create the dog, bro. That's not me. I'm not into all that. I'm gonna make what's here for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna spread what's here for me. Like I don't do stuff for money. Money's gonna come. That
doubt.
bag is there. You feel me? Relationships.
That's what his relationships
And intent.
more than money.
That's the relationships will garner you the money, bro.
Yep.
It would bring forth the money,
That's a
bro.
fact. That's a fact.
Money, I didn't have money, lost it,
Got it back.
You feel me?
Mhm.
Like that ain't going. The relationships, managing relationships. That's what I care about.
That's a fact.
If I could copyright a relationship, I would do that. You feel me? But like as far as it goes with logos, these are ideas. These are things. Of course, it could bring forth million, but I'm not getting. It's gonna bring forth millions, but I'm not gonna get caught up in that.
That's a fact. I like it. I like your answer. I like your answer. So what's new for Low Man?
What's new? I mean, everything.
What we got going on?
Look, bro, today makes 60 days since I've been home and I'm here talking to you.
And you did a lot of other things. I seen you was like in the school.
Yeah, oh yeah, speaking to the youth, you feel me? Like that's really my focus, becoming an educator, educating people on how to dress, and then educating the youth on how to not make the mistakes and the choices that I made. You understand what I'm saying? Like for me, talking to the youth is, oh man, like
It feels good, don't it?
it's not even that it feels good, bro. It's what we need to do. It's what we need to do, bro. It's really what we need to do because they're the future. Like they're the updated version of us.
That's right.
Like they're the newest version of the iPhones. You feel me? Like, so the reality is we got to give them the information that we have so they could put that in their software. Because if not, if they go off of what they know, bro, it's over.
It's over.
So right now, I'm speaking at Erasmus next week on the 24th. I'm gonna have my bros from GBC come there and we're gonna talk to the youth. You know,
When y'all go to these schools, do they set it up like only a certain grade level could get
I
to
mean,
go?
it depends. No,
Because I feel like that's messed up too. Because they be like, yo, if you doing bad in school, you're not going to be able to go to this
nah,
meeting. It should be.
I haven't been in a situation like that. So for me, my speaking engagements in a sense have been sporadic or through principals or certain connections. So for me, it hasn't been a sense where, oh, these people can't come or this age group can't come. It's just been whoever's in that setting is whoever I'm speaking to.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And I'm always open to come back and talk again. But whoever I'm speaking to is who I'm speaking to. I'm talking to the students in Erasmus. These are high school students. These are the ones that's really, really transitioning. So it's like if we don't buy them, the streets will,
That's right.
and at a cheaper price. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not like, all right, I'm telling the kids, yo, don't do that. But don't do that, and you could do this. You might not make what you think you might make in a short period of time, but in a long period of time, it'll pay off. You understand? Like you could pay now and play later, or you could play now and pay later, but it's your
Now,
choice.
when you making your shirts, right? Cause you got a lot of people. Cause I know you could see from when you first started to now. I'm not gonna say it's oversaturated because it's good that people was getting into rocking their own stuff. When Fubu made Fubu, I ain't understand the for us by us. You know what I mean? I never understand. I understood the logo with it, but I never really understood the definition of what it meant. But now I see that everybody is getting into the fashion, but not everybody got the right quality.
Well, I don't know. People got to do their research.
That's what I'm
the thing
saying.
About it, like
Give them some game. You was giving game all day.
Yeah, see, for me, it's more so you got to do your research. You got to put in the work. Like people want to do things. Like I can't be around somebody that don't want nothing. I could be around somebody that don't have nothing. But if you don't want nothing, then it's
different.
You
Right.
got YouTube, bro. Like I just did 10 years, and I've been watching YouTube since I've been home, so I can understand how to maneuver. And these people have done it. And if it works, I mean, you know, I'm gonna incorporate my own thing on it. But
Right.
research. If you want better quality, you go to places or you deal like you ask questions when you go shop. Like, what is this kind of cotton? Is this Pima? Is this where does it come from? You do that type of research, and then you understand certain factories or certain quality of brand, shirts, wholesale. You know, it's so much. It's
Because
so
you got
much out
these
there.
guys, they say they doing the clothes. They go to 23rd Street, get a dozen of regular T-shirts from the corner, and then they put their logo on that.
So what I do is like even when I was incarcerated, right? I facilitated small business classes and things of that nature, right? And when people used to come to me, yo, Fresh, I want to start a clothing line. I say so. First thing I ask is, do you want to start a clothing line or do you want to start a brand? Because it's a difference.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? The difference is a clothing line is, you know, T-shirts, right? You just selling clothes, T-shirts. It really doesn't mean nothing besides that. When you selling a brand, you looking at Coca-Cola, you looking at McDonald's. It's an experience. Like you're selling a brand. So with Lo Mein, it wasn't just more so about the dog and the clothes. It was also the lifestyle. People seeing how I dress or, you know, me moving, going.
That's what I'm saying. Like
traveling.
fashion got a lot to do with the person and lifestyle who designing the clothes.
In addition to the lifestyle of the people that's wearing the clothes too, and where the clothes are being seen. For me, it's like you a walking billboard.
I see what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying? You're a walking billboard. Like, of course, everybody wants the top-notch artists or people to wear their brands, but you got to start somewhere else, right? And understand, like, for me before, how I used to get in stores, right, was I used to have the people in the stores wear the clothes. Like that work in the stores, I'll infiltrate that way. Like, oh,
Like,
yeah. And they jacking it, they buying it. Yo, listen, I need that. And then next thing I know, the owner come and is like, yo, listen, I need to buy
a couple of these.
I need to order such and such, and it's like,
Fire.
oh, yeah.
Fire.
This is how.
But you had the quality. You had the shirts.
Yeah.
So you started off
My barber,
basically doing a cheat
I'm gonna
code.
keep it a band. Shout out to my barber Marquise. he is like he's my mentor, right? Like he's one of the people that helped aided me. Like, you know, as I read this book called "Outwitting the Devil" by Napoleon Hill. If I think everybody should read it.
I win the devil.
Outwitting the Devil.
Outwitting. All right.
Outwitting the Devil, right? And in the book, he talks about having a board of executives, right, in your mind, or just, you know, people that you know. So Marquise is on my board of executives,
Okay.
but early on, he was like, "Yo, he's a big quality guy. Like, he doesn't care what the price is. If he likes it and the quality is good, he's on it."
Okay.
So he made sure I had good quality product because he didn't want me to be out there selling.
What we talking about?
Yeah, and it happens too because sometimes we do get like people
Bad
thinking
batches?
about bad batches, but people think about the profit margin, right? Where you not spending that much and you make
You make it more back,
right?
yo.
But you
I
gotta
could get a
think-
dozen
but you
T-shirts
gotta
for
think about
$20
you-
and sell every shirt for $40.
Yeah.
But
Do you
bro,
want the people to come back to you?
want the people
Do you,
to-
when they put it on, do they? Oh, I like how that feels. I like how that. Yeah, you want to look good. You want to feel good. You're right.
and then when you get these shirts, right? You get these shirts. Cause I'm a supporter, so I know the difference. Shout out to Heart Clothing. I fuck with my boy Fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to them.
When you get the shirts, you see that it was a Gladden or Gladen, whatever shirt.
Gildan.
Gildan. They ripped the tag off, and they got their logo on it
All right,
now.
so what happens with that is resourcing, right? I feel like with resourcing, that's an issue because if we had access to factories, which we do now, but if we had more access to factories in our communities, but the factories we do have access to are overseas for the most part, right?
Overseas.
Where you really trying to make a profit margin. But Gildan, Jersey,
You know what I'm talking about.
Uline and all that, a lot of brands use that. You understand what I'm saying? And you just got to find a good quality one.
Good quality.
Yeah, you know, it's good quality ones within that, but, you know, you just got to figure your way out. Like, you got to test the market. You got to test the merch.
You got to feel it. You got to
feel it. You got to tug and rug and put it in the laundry. You know, have people play around with it for the most part. But, you know,
But I'm looking at your shirt. It look good, man.
yeah, I mean, you know,
It look like it's stretchy. It fit
it's
good.
stretchy, it feel
Yeah, it's fire.
yeah, this is good, Kai.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just grateful, bro. I'm just out here.
Good
I'm
guy.
just a reflection of my people, bro.
Mhm.
That's it, bro.
That's crazy. So you gonna get into like doing jeans too?
People are finicky about jeans.
Wow. What's the scary part about the jeans?
I think right now jeans is like everywhere. You understand? Like jeans could be like you could have flare jeans today and then next year flare.
It's just not in.
It's not it.
Yeah, like
Right.
that's something for right now.
Like I think about like people, you know, want a Mary jeans, but everybody can't afford
Yeah,
a Mary
Mary,
jeans.
right.
So they're gonna find jeans that are Mary like. Everybody can't afford gallery department jeans or even those.
Right.
So they're gonna find something. So
That's-
you have so much going on in that sector where
Okay.
it's like people are comfortable with wearing the brands that they wear. But when
Right.
I get into jeans, it's a possibility, a strong possibility.
Okay.
So but that's something I'm particular about. You know, like
You gotta
quality.
be really.
I gotta be
It
dedicated.
gotta be dope.
Yeah, it gotta be that
Good-
hit.
good.
So once it hit, like you gonna
Like,
see,
oof,
you
I
gonna
need
know,
those low
like,
mean
I got,
jeans.
yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm. So what you got going on? I mean, right now, like when this new line going to drop?
Oh well, we got shorts coming, bro. I just dropped something this weekend. The striped sake on my sides. They at Vinny Styles.
Right now,
They at GBC.
how much this shirt is going for right now?
They going those is limited edition.
See?
So they going for like $120.
He said that with a smile on his face.
I mean,
yo.
listen, bro. I say this right when you talk about quality, because I do have shirts that are $60, right? But when you talk about quality, right, the cost to make the shirt, when you put that shirt on, like anybody I have sold that shirt to, they didn't have a problem with it.
Right.
And this is the thing about it, right?
So it's $120 for a t-shirt.
Yeah, for people paying $250, $350.
They for a Mary.
I paid $700 for a Givenchy tee back in the days, bro. I got Louis tees and all that from back in the days. You know, I was spending $100 on a Bape tee in 2005, 2006, 2007.
That's a fact. Right in Soho, go right to
That's what I'm
Bape.
talking about, like, to the demographic that I'm speaking to, that I come from, right? In the same sense, like, all right, this shirt is $120. Like, all right, bomb. Look at it, right? It's when you buying something, it's never by force. It's always by choice.
Mm-hmm.
So you can choose to spend this $120 with me, or you could choose to spend $300-$400 with Gucci or Louis.
No,
right?
That's different.
You understand what I'm saying? Because this $120 is just gonna come back around. I'm gonna make something else with this, and I'm gonna keep pushing it, and I'm gonna keep talking to the kids, because I gotta look like how these rappers is looking to a degree, for these kids to really take heed to what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm out here selling the tee for $120 and the kids is wearing it, when I come in the classroom or in the setting, they like, oh yeah,
he got that
oh,
gray
that's
shirt on. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, let me get that. Yeah, let me listen to you.
A lot of people don't understand the grind of having to pay to get the shirt made, having to pay. They don't understand that. So when you do say, yo, this shirt is $120, they just looking like, yo, the shirt is $120.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you wildin'.
I mean, people, you
got that, and then you got some that'll be like, I'm not spending that for this, and I could spend $120 for that. You know what I mean?
And you can spend that $120 for that. That's cool. I appreciate the support. The reality is, bro, like, people gonna buy what they like, and they gonna buy what they want. Like, you got so many brands, and I'm happy at so many brands. We have so many conversations, me and my guys, about, like, when we started, it wasn't that many brands. Like, everybody wasn't doing it. It wasn't so saturated.
It's
and that's cool. I'm perfectly
oversaturated.
I can't say that, because we need more businesses, bro. And clothes is a need.
Nah, you right.
Everybody's style is everybody's style. Like, your money ain't messing up my money. Your market ain't messing up my market. It ain't no real competition.
You know why I'm gonna say it's not real competition? Because everybody don't got the resources that you have.
But you could build up to them resources.
Niggas gonna have Gladden shirts on.
You gonna
fuck with this, or you gonna fuck with that?
I started off, like, my first couple tees was Gildan, right? I was first 12. I was selling
first 12.
I was
the last first 12. The last 12, bro.
I was selling clothes like I sold drugs, bro.
Right.
And it was like, when you think about that, you can have good work on a bad day or bad work on a good day.
That's a fact.
So the reality is, it's about the quality of the clothes, but it's what you selling them. And I still am selling them a lifestyle, but also now, more than that, I'm selling a story. Like, I'm selling their story, because I'm just a reflection of the people.
Right.
Right? Like, I'm just a reflection of what America is. You know, like this underdog, right? America was an underdog, right? Going against what they was going against. Us coming up in our communities, we are underdog going against the government and every other oppressive opposition out there.
I got you, bro. But what you're saying, you're trying to be humble about this shit, Fresh.
Yeah, I gotta be, bro.
You're trying to be humble about this shit.
I gotta be, bro.
But it's all good.
I gotta be, bro. That's the only way I know. I can't. Listen,
you're trying to be humble, man.
Listen, man. When that time comes, and it probably never will, you got to let the people talk, bro. I can't do it.
No doubt.
Respectfully, I can't
so
do it.
you got your shirts in Vinny's right now. They go to Vinny's right now. Style.
You know, right across the street from the Barclays downtown. You could go to GBC 1103 East 34th Flatbush. You know, our website will be up the end of this month.
But that's about to just say that.
lowmaincollection.com, it will be up. You can follow the Instagram page at lowmain_collection. You can follow my Instagram, Underdog_Fresh. And we out here, man.
I got something from District 8. He's part of Vinny's. You ain't fucking with District 8?
District 8 is beautiful, bro. Yeah. I'm supporting my people, bro.
That's
respectfully. Like, I'm in GBC. Shout out to the Crate.
Shout out
to my brother Rel from the Crate.
Rel.
Shout out
Reem,
to both of them.
Everybody's supposed to come here.
You know, shout out, yeah.
The Crate, yo, the Crate.
Get him here, bro.
I'm gonna bring the Crate through.
You gotta get GBC here. You gotta get.
Now you gotta get GBC here.
Listen, I got you.
Now y'all heard that? Where
I
the camera
got
at?
you.
You heard that, right?
We gonna get somebody from over there to tell
That's
their
a
story,
fact.
bro.
Tell them to come through, cause I definitely got pictures in their shirt.
Yeah, so
You know what I'm saying?
this
With
is
Danny
support.
Deuces too.
Yeah.
See, you know what I'm saying? So
This is how we gotta support one another,
that's
bro.
what. That's a fact.
That's what I'm
That's a
about.
fact.
My peoples, my brothers, my sisters.
That's a fact.
I'm about elevating my people and them elevating me. Cause I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the people.
That's a fact. Shout out to Low Main Fresh, man.
Thank you, brother.
Welcome him home, man.
I appreciate
You out here shaking.
Yeah, bro. We moving, man.
Moving forward.
I'm just moving forward, bro. That's the only way to do it, bro.
It's a fact.
Not backwards.
You already know. And with that being said, we off of this.
Blessings.